Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff, and tonight I had planned to try and get to some of your requests, especially over this weekend, but we had so much during the week. I ended up dropping 5 videos. One wasn't even technically planned on Friday night slash Saturday morning, and now I-dle has released a music video ahead of their upcoming comeback, and sorry, I-dle jumps the line. I will try and get some requests done during the week. Might even get one tonight after this, depending on how long this one goes. So, looking forward to this. Y'all know I love I-dle here. My bias is Oogie. I still pronounce it Yuchi because where I really met her, so to speak, was on Chinese programming on a show called Stage Boom. I've talked about that on previous I-dle videos, and in China it's pronounced Yuchi, but I have heard her pronounced it Oogie. Anyway, this song, like many I-dle songs, was written by Soyeon and produced by Soyeon and composed by Soyeon. So on the album, I've looked, and Soyeon has 3 or 4. So there's 8 tracks. There's 4 writing credits for Soyeon, 2 for Oogie, 2 for Minnie, and she shares one of those with Mion. Shua doesn't have any credits, but anyway, we're not really here to talk about the full album, but there is something I'll point out in a little while. I did look and see that this is English auto-generated subs, so I pulled up lyrics over here. We'll do as usual. We'll do the first listen here without reading the lyrics. We'll see if we can catch the vibe and message of the song, and then we'll run it back. We'll do a little bit of breakdown with the lyrics on board. So let's head over and check out Wife from I-dle. It's also a short song. It's only 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, all right, let's see what you got, ladies. Starting with a little cartwheel.
Hello. I cook cream soup, tastes cockaloco. Want me your wife, but she is. I clean your room, it's so twinkle twinkle. Want me your wife, but she is. 저기 한입 크게 맛봐. 배가 부르대도 뱉으면 나빠. 좀 더 줄 테니 그만 침 좀 닦아. 이제 다 큰 거 아니 너네 아빠. 그래 그러고 케이크 좀 구웠어. 그게 다가 아니야 위에 체리도 다 먹어줘. 조심스레 키스하고 과감하게 먹어줘. 어떤지 맛 표현도 들려.
Okay, rapper Minnie.
Cream soup, tastes cockaloco. Want me your wife, but she is. I clean your room, it's so twinkle twinkle. Want me your wife, but she is.
It's so doop 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 나의 턱 살쪄 touch 너는 blue blue blue
아 고소고소 깨끗이 닦아놔 서스얀 입술에 손길을 안 닿아 머리부터 발끝까지 그냥 찹찹찹 배웠으면 이제 너도 한번 올라타봐 만약 잘한다면 멋진 노래도 부르고 물 만난 니 너처럼 예쁜 춤도 춰줄 거야 만약에 잘한다면 나도 배도 부르고 기분 좋으니까 곱슬기도 삼켜버릴 거야
Cook cream soup tastes coco roco Want me your wife but she is I clean your room it's so twinkle twinkle Want me your wife but she is
Wife, I make you feel so high I make you feel like lie But I don't wanna Wife, I make you feel so high I make you feel like lie But I don't wanna
That's right, zoom in on my bias. Bye, Oogie. I love you. Okay, so this clearly has a message, but it's one that I'm not going to really understand better until I have lyrics. I can already tell. There were some English snippets in there. I think I caught "I cook cream soup." Taste is, and I couldn't tell what it was saying. It sounded like "Coco Loco," but I have no idea what that means. Uh, Also, don't know if that's Korean and that there will be a translation. I don't know. We'll see. And then there was "I clean your room. It's so twinkle twinkle." So talking about uh, like making it sparkle, and they're all um, okay. I think ahead of reading the lyrics and watching through for the breakdown, I think the song is talking about like the traditional wife type of movement that we've seen getting more and more popular lately, where a lot of men are calling for the return to females being more traditional, being submissive and cooking and cleaning and being homemakers. That's what I think we're talking about, but I don't know. What I do know is that I've seen some posts, especially in the past 2 months or so, from people, especially on Twitter, who really miss the quirky K-pop type of performances. And one that comes to mind is Orange Caramel or Caramel or however you pronounce it. But this right here just gave you your quirkiness that you were looking for if you were one of them. Something else that was interesting, and again, we'll do the breakdown here because there's quite a bit that I wanted to either look at closer or that I did catch. Um, they don't sing through like hardly any of this video. If you pay attention, they're not even lip syncing. They're not singing at all. They're not doing it like they're smiling and they have facial expressions, but there's no, like, it's all backing track. So interesting. All right, so let me pull up the translation here. And let's go back for round 2. Now, I'm going to point something out about this after we're done. And I don't normally, there's been a couple of videos where I like edit in, like someone else, like I had a New Jeans reaction where I put a clip of Sana being excited for New Jeans. I don't make a habit of doing that stuff because we do genuine first time reactions here and they're live with very minimal editing. But there's something, and it's not really something that's going to be edited in. I'm going to show you live, but I'm not taking credit for it, I guess is where I was going with that. I saw it and I wanted to prove that it was true, and it worked. So keep that in mind. We'll get there. So let's go back for the breakdown here. All right, so right away. Also, it's funny, Ugi's down here. She's the only one like flicking her tongue. But okay, so right away, wife, they all look the same. Not like their face, obviously. You can tell who's who, but they all look the same in the sense of blue bob haircut, white t-shirt. It says wife on there and sparkly, like I don't know if it's bedazzled or whatever, but wife there. It's a white background, plain. I really feel like because of this aesthetic, they're really trying to symbolize or portray that what is wanted, what is being expected, is this kind of indistinguishable person. Like, you want these traditional wives to fit in this mold with almost no difference. You want them all to be able to do this, and this, and they're all going to be the same type of thing. Whether that's what is actually being requested or not, that's the vibe it gives off, and so this is kind of the response to that, it looks like.
Hello. I cook cream soup. Taste is coco-loco. Want me all white?
Okay, so already there's no translation for that here. It just says taste is Coco Loco. I don't know if this is incomplete translation or if does anyone know what Coco Loco means? Let me know in the comments. I don't know if it has any relevance at all, but it might. This part's in English, so I don't need to translate this.
But she is. I clean your room. It's so twinkle twinkle. Want me all white? But she is.
Okay, so when I first watched this, like on our first playthrough, I thought they were saying, want me as your wife, but shit is, but this is saying that it says, but she is, I don't know. Honestly, it probably could go either way. If they're like saying that, like if this is their response, trying to be like the anti-traditional wife message here, then maybe they are saying, but shit is, nah, I'm not doing that. But, okay. So, just to recap, first verse, actually, I'm reading further down. It looks like that's the chorus. So, they've opened with the chorus. Okay. I cook cream soup, taste is Coco Loco, want me as your wife, but she's, I clean your room, it's so twinkle twinkle. So, we're talking about cooking and cleaning right there. Also, was there any relevance to this shot? Yes, hold on. What? They all have a shoe. Like, there's one plain shoe, and then they all have a shoe with like a chain here. I don't know if the other two members have that as well. Okay, we'll see if we see anything about that later.
But she is. 저기 한 입 크게 맛봐. 배가 부르대도 뱉으면 나빠. 좀 더 줄 테니 그만 침 좀 닦아. 이제 다 큰 거 아니 너네 아빠. 그래.
Okay, Soyeon coming out with the suggestions. Says, honey, take a big bite. Even if you're full, it's bad to spit it out. So we're going back to the cooking and for your husband and the husband eating, right? But just wait for it. I'll give you some more. So just wipe off the drool. Does he know you're all grown up, your dad? Now, I don't know if that part's accurate, because I had two different translation sites. This one says, does he know you're all grown up, your dad? And this one says, aren't you all grown up now, you dad? I feel like the first one's closer. At least that one's a real sentence. This one, not so much. So I'm going to go back to the first one. But, and then, yeah, I thought as much, so I baked some cake. And as we're talking about baking cake, she's flashing the cake in the camera, right? She's shaking it for you. Yeah, for those of my older audience who don't know slang, cake means ass, okay? We're talking about suggestive lyrics here, so this is perhaps not our most family-friendly breakdown, but that's what it is. All right.
그래 두라고 케이크 좀 구웠어 그게 다가 아니야 위에 체리도 다 먹어줘 조심스레 키스하고 과감하게 먹어줘 어떤지 맛 표현도 들려 보여줘.
Okay, so we're going back into the chorus. So the last part of that verse, so I baked some cake. That's not all. Pick and eat the cherry on top too. Kiss it carefully and eat it up boldly. Let me know what you think of the flavor. Now, sure, you could think of that as an actual cake with maybe like a cherry and some icing or something. That's not what we're talking about here. So, but going back to that traditional wife thing, remember I mentioned part of that is being submissive, and part of that is sexual gratification for the husband. Not necessarily for the wife, although you would hope so in a give and take relationship. But the point is, what the men are calling for is those traditional values, and that's part of it. And so does he know you're all grown up? So she's asking, does your dad know you're a man now, basically? Uh, so pick and eat. This translation has a note which says in Korean that's slang to have sex with someone. They also say it's a fairly depraved expression. By the way, the credit for this particular English translation that I'm reading is to Twitter user Kimuni, whatever. I'll put their name in the description box in case you want to check out their Twitter so you can find it. But I appreciate this because it seems to be far more accurate, and they've noted some of the slang here. So basically, pick and eat, like have sex, sexual conquest kind of thing. And then, of course, we get descriptions of, innuendo or acts. Kiss it carefully, eat it up boldly, let me know what you think of the flavor. And also, this could, I don't know if it does, but it could feasibly tie back into the opening part about cooking cream soup. Like, cream soup could be not a food. Let's just go that way. It could be, could not be. So, all right, let's keep going. Also, you notice the outfits have changed here, but again, all identical. No change in outfits for like nobody looks different than the others. You notice shit like Mion's not singing. They're all dancing. They're nobody singing. Then they have the choreo for like sparkling. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. We saw a closer image of that chain on the shoe too. I missed it. All right, hold on. Okay. So, I mean, there's a Nike charm here, but it just looks like a chain. And it's only seeming to be on one foot, but also where this part comes in, let's back up again, maybe 5 seconds so we can hear. So, right when she's saying, want me, like, to be your wife, and then the foot comes stomping down, which is both suggestive based on the foot that's stomping because of that chain, but also kind of like protesting that particular, like, you want me to be this particular wife? Like, nah. But what I'm thinking that chain is, if it really is only on one shoe, like it seems to be, although I can't tell from this far off shot, is there's always this stereotype, right? Or this connotation when someone, especially when they're talking about traditional values and everything, if you've ever heard this, men always describe their partner as their ball and chain, right? I don't really ever hear women describe their husbands as a ball and chain. I'm sure it happens, but I don't really hear it. But men have traditionally described their partner that way for many, many years. And so this could be them like symbolically putting that into the outfit. Like, yeah, I'm the ball and chain type of thing here.
애써 뚝뚝뚝 나의 턱 살쪄 touch 너는
Okay, Oogie. So what she's saying there is my tongue slightly touches it and you go burr, 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 like you shiver, basically, like you get your delight. And then these next lines coming up. Wipe it clean from corner to corner. The hand can't reach the delicate lips. From head to toe, just chop, chop, chop. I'm not really sure what that part is. Maybe like, you know, when someone says chop, chop, maybe they mean like these lyrics might mean like hurry up, be quick. I don't know. But, all right. Then this part is that if you've learned how to, then try riding on top. If you do it well, I'll sing you a wonderful song. Yeah, they're not talking about going to karaoke here. And even dance a pretty dance like mermaid in water. Okay, so without being too graphic, think of a fish out of water, right? And you see it like flopping around. And you like it's struggling, right? But now basically the opposite of that. The mermaid in water still has that flow. It's graceful, knows what they're doing. Yeah. If you do it well, then I will also be full and be feeling good, so I'm going to swallow it deeper. Okay, Soyeon. I don't know how much, because she's not the only lyricist here. There were a team on this one, but I have to believe she had the bulk of the credit here. And all right. Right here in the video, you notice Miyeon is looking straight on, and everyone else expressionless. Like they're like this robot almost. And it doesn't matter. Like I said, they've got the same outfits. They're doing the same choreo. Everything is plain backdrop. It's like they want this cookie cutter wife, and that's the song is speaking out about that. Like even that part when the camera's turning on its axis, right? And we're starting to get a profile shot. They keep looking straight ahead. Everyone except this one on the end, but Oogie took a shot to look. Oh, then we got another zoom in on the shoe there. It's very quick shots, but they keep making sure to show this. Yeah, and it's not, I will say it's not on the same foot for everyone, because I think whoever this is just off camera, her other foot is the one that has it, because they all do have one of whatever this is. I don't know if that's a charm or if that's something drawn on, but there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So yeah, they've all got identical footwear, but it looks like they didn't all put it on the same foot. Yeah, you can see it right there and right here. So yeah, they all have that. So I think that is indicative, that representative of that ball and chain.
Wife, I make you feel so high. I make you feel like lie, but I don't wanna. Wife, I make you feel so high. I make you feel like lie, but I don't wanna. Wife.
We've all got the same hip isolation movement on the choreo. Honestly, and yeah, the only individuality that they get to have is right here as they're closing the song. So they're all doing the same group choreo, but they do individually different like poses or gestures, and then of course they all walk off solo doing their own thing. So Oogie goes first and has like this motion. Then we've got Shua over here and Mion doing two different things. Like Shua's doing this. And of course, Minnie is, I'm not all the way on camera, but whatever. Minnie is going for, the surrender cobra pose. And Soyeon is doing her thing over there. And then they all walk off with different. Okay. So, yeah. This is clearly about speaking out against that traditional wife aesthetic. I don't know if that's the right word. But that last verse says, "Wife, I make you feel so high, I make you feel like lie, but I don't want a wife, 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 wife." And then they repeat it. So I think what they're saying here is like, yeah, that type of wife might make you feel good, but that doesn't suit me. Like, that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm doing. Well, we're not having that. If you want that, you have to look elsewhere, kind of thing. So there are some interesting things about this video and about the lead up to this video that I thought would be interesting to point out. So the audio snippet teaser for the full album was delayed by, I don't know, like half an hour. And the I-dle official Twitter put out a statement as if that there was a programming error and that's why it was delayed, and to please have patience, thank you, that kind of thing. Okay. We took that and we're like, oh, damn it, Cube, you've done it again. Fix your stuff, bro. But if you watch the audio snippet, there's two songs that aren't on there. There's the title track, Super Lady, and then we get into tracks 2 through 7. But then this song isn't on there. If you watch that video, though, the only file that's in the trash is this one. So first off, we're already giving the symbolic shout out that like this whole concept is trash, right? This whole perfect wife thing, traditional wife, trash. But it goes even deeper because when they click that, a bunch of like notifications pop up, like access denied, programming error, or whatever. It's like a virus, which means they think that this is at best a faulty logic, and at worst a literal virus infecting this movement is spreading type of thing. Now, something else to keep in mind that also makes this genius, though, is, remember, this song comes at the very end of, this is track 8 on the album. Comes at the very end, which means it could be the end, like that. So if you just listen to this song, maybe you're thinking they support that traditional wife thing. I even saw a couple comments like, oh, this could be the new Ho anthem. I think it's the exact opposite. Kind of like Dreamcatcher with OOTD. How they were basically, like, the song was seeming like it was, like, hyping up this, all, like, having all these materials and how they're so great and perfect and all this stuff. But they were really showing the dangers of that, and it was, like, warning people about that fakeness. In the same vein, this could be the opposite of what's being shown here. And the lyrics are in kind of stark contrast to this bright, cute video. So those are some things to keep in mind. But now also, this is something I don't normally do, but I did see it online and I didn't believe it, so I had to test it. If you look at the track list, right? So it's black, it's red. We've seen the concept photos, some of them, and honestly, every concept photo has been so different. It's like, never let them know your next move kind of thing. And here you see what I'm talking about. Track 8 is Wife. Actually, yeah, there we go. So you can see who's got writing credits on here. I mentioned each one earlier. And we'll be reacting to Super Lady when it comes out, I think next week. But the reason I wanted to point this out, let's go back to the video for a second. Look at this color scheme. Let me just... Whatever. Hold on. There. Okay, I was trying to get that shot. So look at this color scheme. White, aqua. I didn't believe it. I had to test it. Everything here, dark red, black. It's like it doesn't match at all, right? Exactly. If you go in and invert the colors, which means from a computer standpoint, you're literally making the colors the opposite, you get this image with the same color scheme as the video. Soyeon, you're a damn genius. I don't know who all came up with these concepts and how much of it was Soyeon versus how much of it might have been a team effort. But until proven otherwise, I'm going to credit Soyeon because she's proven that she's a genius before. Genius. Because not only does this show the exact opposite, and that's why we got the color scheme that we did, but that also means, to me, it shows that, yeah, there's this song and there's this message, and in case you didn't get it from the actual video and the lyrics, it goes completely opposite of how we feel. So, like, they are completely opposed to that traditional wife thing. And that matches up so much better with their stances on everything up to date, like tomboy and nude and everything. Like, if you think about it like that, wife fits in perfectly. It seems like it's the opposite, but that's exactly why it fits in. I mean, uninvert these colors. Just saying. We have a genius at play here. I'm pretty sure it's Soyeon, but if it's not, I'm just saying. And the name of the album is also genius. I was going to talk about that when we actually do the reaction for their title track, but the album is called 2, which in Korean can be E or dur. And if you were to say both together, I-dle, I-dle, also 2 being their second full album, representing going into a new era. A lot of play, like wordplay and different stuff going on there. There is a lot of perfection to everything that has gone into this comeback so far, and I am here for it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So that was the reaction for I-dle's Wife. Like I said, there's a lot that went into that. I hope you guys enjoyed some of this stuff at the end as well. Like I said, I would not have caught the inverted color thing without seeing it online. But I didn't want to report it to you guys unless I tested it and found out that it was accurate. And we just did live for you. So, yeah, I don't know what else I can say. This is just genius. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be what my thumbnail title says. It's just genius, right? Honestly, if you put Soyeon there, it'd mean the same thing. But if you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications to see when future content goes live. I'm going to try to get to some of y'all's requests as soon as possible. And until the next one, take care, everybody.